So welcome to Vampire Savior 2. So this was released a few months after the original Vampire Savior, and you're thinking, Vampire Savior 2? Boy, they sure churned out a sequel real fast. You're half right. This is not a sequel, this is a Champion Edition rebalance. Along with adding a couple of characters back into the game. As I mentioned before in the original Vampire Savior, CPS2 had big memory issues. Because lots of animations going on, lots of sprite work happening. So, Capcom tried to right their wrong, if you will. But they ended up having the same memory issue. Boy, that was perfect off the bat. They ended up having the exact same issue of running into memory limitations. So we're adding the Hunter characters back in, but someone's gotta go. So this is basically Vampire Savior with small gameplay tweaks, adding back in the Night Warriors characters, and removing a few less popular characters. And by less popular, I mean Rikuo, Sasquatch, and Talbane. You know, two of those three characters are very popular selections among pro players nowadays. Passage of time is a bitch, isn't it? In any case, this means we're playing as Lilith. Lilith is essentially a piece of Morrigan's soul that Jedha kind of took under his wing, made a full character, and a full character is used in quotation marks, strong quotation marks. She's technically a weaker version of Morrigan, but gameplay-wise, she's a more technical version of Morrigan. But otherwise, yeah, a few gameplay tweaks here and there. Goddamn, I'm dead. Not expecting that to kill. This is a problem. I'm not that familiar with Savior 2 Donovan. Not to mention, stuffing a lot of my moves usually does not help. It was showtime. So that is a unique super. That is a unique DDR-based super where you have to hit the buttons in rhythm with the song that plays. Couple of problems with that. You don't know the song that's going to play. So those first few notes, you're just kind of lost. Excuse me, Anacharis. You'd like to come down to the ground anytime soon. So for those first few notes, you're just kind of lost. And then the rest of the song, you're just barely keeping up. So, if you were to look up the term gimmicky super in the fighting game dictionary, chances are Lilith's Showtime would be the prime example. Like, Exhibit A. Oh, Anacharis, I don't know why they keep bringing you back and everything. He was in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. He was in Capcom Fighting Evolution. I get that it's a unique fighting style. But he's never been that good, ever. It's that feeling of We keep putting Anacaris in games. It's like the reason we keep putting Chun-Li in Marvel vs. Capcom. She's never been that good, but you know, she is a Street Fighter. Like Anacaris in Capcom Fighting Evolution later on. He's not good, but he's kind of the embodiment of Darkstalkers. Okay. So, Lilith herself, when I said she was a more technical version, it means that she has unique moves. That axe kick is definitely one of them. That is a normal, folks. This Fisherman's just pressing buttons. She has a fireball, but it barely travels a fourth of the screen, so just remove that move from your memory bank. There is no fireball. She also has this throw. It is considered one of her better tools. Like, I wouldn't say Lilith is necessarily a bad character. I've never said bad character. Weaker, yes, but she's technical. It's like, what if we did Dan, but we actually gave you the tools to succeed? Just, you gotta figure out what makes them good. Alright. So yeah, Dimitri is Dimitri. I don't think I've ever had that much of a chance to talk about Dimitri, despite him being, like, a central character of the franchise. Like, he has... oh, shit. Midnight Bliss! I was just gonna mention his signature calling card, his Midnight Bliss. Whomever he grabs into this particular move automatically becomes either a female, little gender swap if you will, or they become something more seductive and fetishized if they're a female already. Yeah. Dimitri really likes the nightgowns. I can't confirm things to save my life here. There we go. Oh, I had that coming. I have Showtime. I'm not afraid to use it, except I am. Yeah, that's it. I had that coming. But yeah, as you can tell by the Japanese writing, probably should have mentioned that as well, Vampire Savior 2 was never released outside of Japan. And these versions, because there is more than one of them, there was clear intent to do so. As we will get into in the next game, there's one clear piece of evidence that backs up my idea that these were considered for a more international release. And thanks again to the Capcom Fighting Collection for making these versions of the game easily accessible, because they are curiosities. Okay, I clearly need to back up. Oh my god, you can't combo. I'll take that because it's just minor damage. Could have been worse. Nah, I would have tried to use Showtime, but he was too close. Far too close. So, Savior 2 has a unique arcade run. Pyron's back, and he's the sub-boss. He may not have his stage, but he has all his Pyron tech. In this game, you get 2 bosses for the price of 1. Oh my god, girl, you were right there. As you can see, Pyron not as annoying as previous. Not as many teleports. Just not as much reliance on powerful moves. He's kind of a chump like that. Because what comes next, he ain't no chump. That's right, it's Jetta. Like, with BB Hood, he was a sub-boss. Now, he's the full final boss. With an intro to match. So, I've mentioned Jetta before in the original Savior. His job is to space, keep you out, use moves that are both deadly and protect him. Provided that you stay on the ground, you can kind of take a lot of the startup of his air moves and set up appropriately. Oh, that could have been bad. I've mentioned before all the times I enjoyed Jetta. Jetta was a great boss, an absolute upgrade over the bland fire alien Pyron. Good job, Capcom. And thanks for throwing him into Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite as well. Granted, I didn't use him, but it was still good to have him. Good pull. Alright. Fanboyism aside. Stop using that. Oh, he's already got his life back, shit! And that's how the game punishes you for being passive. I had a shot at him, but because I chose to back off, he got that regenerated white life back. You gotta stand your ground in this game. Hoping to bait something. That shit still tracks. You can stay on the ground, but Jetta is the enemy of all crouch blockers. His overheads are lethal, nasty, and honestly, they feel instant. Gotta stay on top of him. Not a moment. And that's sooner. I'll take that. That's like no life to me at all. God damn it! Just can't finish my plate with this guy. Alright, back to play, come on. No, you're not getting that back. Jetta is kind of a mess to fight. Still haven't gotten any better at fighting him decently. There we go. That is Vampire Savior 2 done. The Ceremony of Relief, conducted by the Savior Jeddah, has ended in failure. Along with Jeddah, the space that is this evil dimension disappeared. However, the sacred entity that he had prepared still remains, and in the near future, with the mere passage of time, Savior of Hades will revive. His mission is to unite all of the souls of this world in order to create a demon world as the one and only perfect society in this dimension. All life forms will return to where they belong. The Savior will return again and again until the mission is done. And that's Vampire Savior 2. As I said before, this game is a curiosity. This is Capcom wanting to fix a problem they developed in the original Vampire Savior and just ended up creating another problem, so the heck with it. Let's just re-release the game again with the characters we had to throw out before. And let's just toss in a little rebalance. That's not much else to really say about Savior 2. It is how it be, and it is what it is. Pokemon. The interesting thing is that Capcom would go back to this well again with the next game, Vampire Hunter 2. Vampire Hunter 2 is definitely the weaker version. We will get into it when the time comes, which will be much, much sooner than you think. Because Hunter 2 was released 2 weeks later. Or at least finished 2 weeks later, according to the arcade boards. In any case, we'll definitely get more in-depth with Hunter 2, because if you thought Savior 2 was a curiosity, Hunter 2 is going to leave you like, huh? But why? But that does it for Savior 2. This is Radrad, and I'll see you in the next game.